almost there. No way. What is this? You're tuned in to the Eyes Open podcast, where secrets aren't safe and we see it all.
I mean, let's be completely honest here. At this point, I don't even think we can use the term conspiracy theorist anymore. I think that term needs to be completely chalked up and tossed in the trash. Now we have groups of people. Some people would have said, oh, you have the regular normal people and then you have the conspiracy theorists. Well, no, now I think it's the conspiracy theorists have become the real thinkers, the realists, the people that question the narrative, and the people that aren't are comfortably ignorant, willfully ignorant, because they want to live in this false reality so bad. They want to go back to the days where it was apple pie and baseball games, okay? Where you believe that the president and your politicians were really fighting for you. And you, honestly, everybody was in the Matrix at that point. And see, the point is this. We all live in this weird world that they've, created for us, but some of us are waking up to it. Some of us have been woken up to it. And some know what's going on. This is what I believe. Think about this. These people try to play stupid, but a lot of people, they know what's going on. They're just, in a sense, trying to play it off because the reality of having to admit that they're not in control of the direction of where their life and the world they live in is going is terrifying to these people. It really is. That's why they live in this state of cognitive dissonance. But while the whole world literally burns down around us, but people still want to act like nothing's going on. Like, for example, I made a reel a couple days ago that was talking about these fires that are happening in France and Spain. And I'll pull it up on the screen real quick for the people that didn't see it. But yeah, as you can see, there's over 250,000 people evacuated. Okay. And how many times do we have to see things like this happen through either abnormal weather events or just, things happening in general, like in Hawaii, where they literally had on video lasers coming out of the sky, like before all that took place. There's a ton of videos, and you could tell, this was long enough ago to where, especially Hawaii, where they weren't really great with faking AI videos. And that's the worst part. See, I told you guys that before. That's a bigger part that I think people don't think about with AI. It's probably a huge psyop and mind F, because what they're going to do now is, think about it. Like I'd said, I was talking about this on a podcast before. Even if something crazy happens or they put it in a video, they put it out there for you guys to see, nobody's going to believe it anyways. I see this shit all the time on my page. People are like, oh, this is even when it's a real video, like it's posted by the person. It could be just like Tucker Carlson or whoever. And they're like, oh, this is AI. I'm like, dude, it's not AI. Okay. This person posted it on their page. So it's wild to watch this just take place in real time, where they're using AI to make you guys completely question every single thing that you see nowadays. But I can tell you what they're doing with all of these fires, all of these, devastating things that are happening. They're setting you guys up for the 15-minute smart cities. And we're not too far off from that. I mean, look at I see people years ago even, or it's been easily almost 2 years ago, driving around with these automated cars, like taxi drivers and shit. And I see them like, what are those Google cars with like the cameras and shit on them? And they're driving around, and I see people like filming videos saying, oh, this is crazy, man. Look, these are these, autonomous cars that are driving around. And people don't realize, I mean, we're literally living in a total recall age, which is wild. And it was weird because I was talking about how Trump put out there that in 2 weeks Iran was going to attack us or whatever, and it was pretty wild because I didn't think about this. Somebody on my page commented, they said 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, and I could hear it in my head. It reminded me of and what was weird is it's like the woman's head came off in Total Recall, for you guys that can remember that, when they asked her how long she had been on Mars, and then the head came off and it was really Arnold, and he took it and he threw it at him, and what was crazy is it turned into a bomb. It exploded. So I found that to be a little interesting because I was like, you know, he is right. That person was yelling 2 weeks, 2 weeks. So I'm like, that is kind of weird. But the point of the Total Recall thing is, like, in Total Recall, every single thing, and this was in the 80s, everything from that movie, okay, came true. It ended up, you know, coming about. You go right through the laundry list of it. They had the could track you anywhere, really. Okay, if you watch that movie again, watch it. The Total Recall city that Arnold was living in was like a 15-minute city. Everybody could track everybody, and they had the holograms that she was using as a tennis instructor. They had the autonomous taxi drivers that were the Johnny Cab and shit. Remember that? And then they also had, we remember it as back in the day when it first came out with Skype. But now they have that where there's a screen right there in your console. You could put anything you want on that. I mean, they don't do that now because obviously for like crash reasons, they don't want you to crash in your car while you're talking to somebody on video chat. But no, they have those, because I got it for one of my cars, was they have those boxes that you can rig it to where it'll show you movies or whatever the heck you want to see on there. So we're there, ladies and gentlemen. We are there. We are in the 15-minute city age. Now, for the people that don't know, because I'm sure there's people that have no clue. They're like, what the heck is a 15-minute city? Okay. And mind you, before I tell you guys this, what have I always told you about? The 1-5, the 5-1. It's everywhere. It's insane. It's like everywhere. And the people that have been following my show long enough, they know that. So why is it a 15-minute city? Why isn't it a 16-minute city? Why isn't it a 20-minute city? You see what I'm saying? It's a 15-minute city. So what they're trying to do is, okay, essentially, if you are the type of person who lives out in the country, or you don't rely 100% on the government, you're able to grow your own food, you're able to, you know, raise your own livestock and do stuff like that, you are the enemy to this future that they are trying to build. And I'll give you a prime example, because see, they show you in the movies. I don't know how many times I could tell you guys this. They show you their plans in the movies if you go watch them. That's why, like I said, Total Recall, go watch the movie Ready Player One. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It's like, Are You Ready? Or Ready Player One. It's where this kid goes into this immersive video game through, like, it's like virtual reality. But the point of that movie, if you watch it, people live like stacked on top of each other in these cities that are just they're insanely just stacked on top of each other. That's what they want in a city that within, they say for multiple reasons why they call it a 15-minute city, but they want you to be attached to this grid that they're building, okay? To where everything is going to be on that grid. That's why when people say, oh, I want to live off the grid, we're living more and more on the grid every day. So, for example, you wake up in the morning, okay? You got, and I'll give you another example of this 15-minute cities too, before I tell you this. Another example is, go watch the Black Mirror episode about social credit scores, in a sense. That's what it was. You couldn't travel if your credit score got bad, okay? Go watch that. So Ready Player One and that will show you exactly the future they are building for you. So, for example, if you had a bad night and you went online and started ranting about something, you wake up and your car don't start. And you're like, what the heck's going on? Why is my car not starting? I'm sorry, but your car is not starting because of social media remarks. You are out, like, it'll be some bullshit, weird crap like that. I'm telling you, to where you won't be able to drive. Maybe they'll hold back your rations, but it's total control. That's what they want. And think about it. You guys are watching these cities being built right around you. Because, like, we talk about they're coming. I tell you they're coming. No, truthfully, the technology's already here and it's already being utilized. Look at the flock cameras. Okay? That's all everybody seems to talk about right now. Oh, and I just want to give a big pat on the back to all the people that actually have been dealing with that situation. So cheers to all you guys that have been taking care of those things. Taking very good care of them. But you're seeing this technology right in front of your faces. And see, that's where, I was wondering too, where do people draw the line? Okay, you have your data centers. The hell do you guys think those are for? These massive data centers that are out there. And now they got the flock cameras, got all that. They are building this dystopian future that you guys couldn't even imagine in the craziest sci-fi movie. They give you a taste here and there, but the real future they want to build for you guys would make you literally crap in your sleep. If you had a nightmare like this, you'd wake up and be traumatized. If you could just even picture how this is going to be. 1984 gives you a good little idea, but it's even worse than that. People are going to become like human batteries. Okay, that's the only worth you're going to have. You want to know why? And they showed you that in the Matrix too. Like all these movies, like I said, they give you bits and pieces. They have no use for you anymore. Elon, that's why you don't see that guy no more. And he even said he's hiding off. This guy, I posted it. What was it? I posted it on a reel, I think I did, where I was talking about the guy who went to go see Elon. And he had to go through all these checkpoints and all these canyons and all this stuff just to get to him. And people will, throw out there, oh, well, he's a billionaire. He's one of the richest guys in the world. Of course, that's how it's going to be. Well, I mean, there's other guys that are stupid, insanely rich that aren't that more hidden like that. Okay. It's because Elon knows his role in this future. Okay. In the future that they're building for you. And he's building your replacements as we speak. Okay? He knows that. He knows that people that might be about some action know that. And he's hiding out from it. Okay? And think of it another reason. This whole Charlie Kirk psyop that they did on you guys gave him just another reason to go dip out. And he even said it. I don't know if he said it on Rogan, but I heard him right in an interview. He said that now he's not going out in public as much anymore. People aren't going to see him no more because he said he don't want to get Charlie Kirked. So in a sense, that made these people more of a reason to get more security around them. And believe you and me, okay, we're getting close to August here. So trust me, come September, for the anniversary, I got one heck of a show in store for you guys about that one. How that event was way more than what meets the eye, what I even knew at first, or what most people even realized what it was at first glance. But I'm telling you, it starts with the flock cameras. Before you know it, you got drones, and before you know it, you got all kinds of shit that's policing you guys. You got your behavior deciding about where you can travel, how you can travel, and with who you can travel. And people think this shit's all made up. Like, I had somebody, they think I'm really going to talk about stuff like this if it's not true. Like the video I did about them merging with the NDAA, the 2027 NDAA. Now, mind you, I've been reading, okay, the Defense Authorization Acts since what? 2009 or 10? Okay, I've been reading these bills they've been introducing because that's where they hide things in that they're trying to do with you. So I read them. I look into them. So people really think I'm going to make an assertion like they're trying to merge the Israeli government military with our military, and without any proof of that. Like, I'm just going to make that shit up and it wasn't actually in there. Okay? I told people section 219, go look at it. Put it right into Google. Put NDAA 2027 section 219. Put it in there and tell me it doesn't talk about us helping them with their military, and actually read the wording to it. Okay? And see what it says about the technology. Okay? Go read the whole thing, not just the subsection. Go read the whole thing. Read section 219. Read about 3 or 4 sections above and below that. Read the whole damn thing, because you people are going to see when it's too late that you've already given up all your rights. Okay? Because it's willful ignorance. Okay? People like me, they probably like me telling you about it, because like, oh, well, shit, Elias, or at least these podcasters are telling them, and they're still not listening. So it's you're willfully accepting tyranny, and nobody's even now. I'm not telling anybody to do anything about it. I'm not saying get physical, go stop the or even with these flock cameras. I'm saying good job. I ain't telling you guys to do anything. I'm saying if people don't get on the same page and at least talk about it and raise awareness about all this and start getting a hold of your elected officials and start really putting your foot down, then you guys are completely screwed. Like, we can only hope. Like, for example, people will say, oh, well, we're screwed anyways. Well, then you're really screwed. If you don't do anything and just accept it and say, well, there's nothing we can do about it. Well, then, yeah, then you're definitely going to be screwed. But you're going to tell me that you can't try to do something. You can't try to inform each other. You can't try to get more people involved with what's going on and aware of what's going on. But, I mean, even think about it. Just like I keep saying about with these movies, okay? I seen a meme the other day about, remember, what did Sarah Connor in Terminator 2, what was she in the mental institution for? Let's see if you guys remember that. I'm sure the people that all seen Terminator 2, they know. What was she in there for? Okay? She was in there for exploding labs, okay? That robotics labs and Skynet and essentially our data centers of today. That's what she was in there for. Okay? So they're telling you, they told you right there what the future is going to be, is vigilantes going around and doing this type of stuff, because they've already proven your elected officials, people, anybody that could see Donald Trump, okay, you are a moron. I'm going to tell you before I even say this. After that man flat out said, oh, we're for it and everybody's for it. Dude, he's either a complete dumbass or he's lying. Okay, do you really think, or does he really think that he thinks that everybody wants data centers? You think he can't read the temperature of the room of the whole freaking country saying F data centers, F data centers? Nobody wants them. I've never heard one person that said, oh, we love data centers. I mean, do you know people that want data centers? I've never heard one person. Even these whack job liberals, I mean, you name it. I think that's one thing that universally people say, F data centers. We don't want them. Period. We don't want them. But no, Trump's on TV going, oh yeah, everybody wants the data centers and we're all going to get so rich. What are you going to do? Eat the radiation? You ain't going to be able to eat the money. You're destroying this country and this land. So at that point, that's the point I'm making. It's not by accident. It's not out of ignorance. It's all by design. And once you decide that it's all by design, you realize that you need, if you haven't already, to open your eyes to what's going on in the world around you. Because at this point, as much as people are starting to open their eyes to what's going on around us, a lot of people are still fast asleep.